See on this stuff.
What's happening, everybody? It's your man
Hey,
Dame DNYDC, and we rocking here with Elisa Middleton. And we just
hey,
we
hey, Dave.
what's happening, sis?
Hey, how you doing on this good day?
Right. Well, right now it's early, so yeah, it's a good day. Um,
Right.
I think you and I, talking prior to getting on here, we kind of like everybody else. Many of us are, uh, I guess, what's the word? The anxiety is kicking in.
Anxiety is kicking in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
On this dump Trump Eve
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
with
Yeah.
the anxiety, the nervous energy, just getting off work. So I'm like, okay.
Right. Try to take a collective breath.
and
Get
take
yourself together.
and trying to get myself together.
Hmm.
So I'm like, let me,
Yeah. Same here.
let me have a cocktail. Let me get the camera
Uh
and
huh.
symbolic mug.
Or
Cheers,
two.
bro.
Uh huh. Cheers. Uh huh.
Yes.
Because we both in the same boat. It's just the tension is so thick right now. We were talking. Some friends in the chat just
Hmm.
really need this moment to one decompress, have a cocktail, and
Right.
pray for the best because we don't know. It's so early, and I'm just going to go ahead and swing over here. I'm just going to throw this on real quick because looks like they are talking about some numbers. Uh,
Oh,
just
okay.
came
What
up
we got going on? Oh,
as
what
North Carolina.
that look like? What's that? North Carolina?
Yeah, that's North
Okay.
Carolina. So right now, I mean, looks like Trump or Biden is kind of holding his ground right now, 54%.
Hmm.
With like looks like 62% of the expected votes are in. So uh, I think North Carolina is normally a red state.
Right.
So we're gonna pray that continues in the on the trend that it's on.
Okay. Well, we got Michelle Riddick in the building. Hey,
Shelly, what's up?
Michelle, drinks and conversation, girl. You okay? Cheers.
Yeah, what's happening, Shell? Right now, I mean, as people are coming in, feel free to, drop any comments, roll call, where you from, where you located at, give us your background, what your experience was like today out at the polls, you know.
Right. I know LaShawn and all shout out to all the poll workers today that did their due diligence.
We
Man,
definitely appreciate them.
polls for us. We appreciate you guys wholeheartedly.
I mean,
I see that Deborah Lanice Nelson,
uh-oh,
Debs.
what's
Hey,
happening, Dev?
Debs. Drinks and conversation, girl. You
Mm-hmm.
cocktailed up.
Yeah, get that cocktail together. Cheers to you, Deb. Mm-hmm.
Yes, we here just trying to get this nervous energy off and you know get through the night because a lot of people are having that anxiety. You know.
Yeah, I mean it's hard. We went out last week and we voted early, so
Hmm.
um, the lines weren't that bad. It took us about 25-30 minutes from start to finish. So it was pretty easy.
Yeah.
Um, and I've been checked in with a couple of people today that went out
Hmm.
up here in this side of VA. Said
Hmm.
it wasn't bad. Said it was about 45 minutes. So uh,
Okay.
they were in and out. Things went pretty smooth.
Okay.
So
Well,
that
that's
wasn't too bad.
good. I think that the voting today wasn't bad in itself. It's just the anxiety of the whole, you have the media saying, civil unrest and they're
Hmm.
boarding up everything. And then just the anxiety because we know this is going to be a close race and we know that there is going to be some disruption just because it's 2020.
Right.
And if 2020 ain't told us nothing, it told us to be ready. Listen, ready for anything. You
That's
know what
right.
I'm saying?
You got to be ready because I mean
Right.
we don't know what's going on out here, and we got these people out here, trying to run caravans and buses off the road, blocking the highways. It's really sad that this so-called great nation has deteriorated to such a point of this. We haven't seen this. I mean, in our lifetime. You know, so it's
Well,
just
not in
sad.
our lifetime, but we've seen the intimidation tactic
Mm-hmm.
in our
Mm-hmm.
history. But we always victorious. So, you know, Michelle's
Well,
telling me to turn my mic up. Give me just my mic sound one,
come on,
two.
give it to me, cause you sound loud and clear on this end. But I mean,
You know, is that better, Michelle?
thank you,
What
Shell.
you drinking, Dane?
Oh, right now I'm on this Johnny Walker tonight.
Oh, you
Trying,
on the Johnny? You don't
yeah, I'm
pulled
on
out
John.
the big dog
Yeah,
on me.
I'm on that Johnny tonight. Me and Johnny right now, cause I can see I got a little glisten going on right here. I feel
You a
it.
little warm?
Yeah, a little hot. Yeah. Whew. Yeah, man, Johnny kicking in tonight.
Yeah, I took it old school. I went to the rum.
Yeah, I ain't mad at you, cause you
I
know
went
that's
to the
normally
rum. I went
that's
old school. You know what
that's,
I'm saying?
that's normally my guy. You know, me and
Listen,
Captain,
I
we
gotta
usually
do what
right.
I know is effective.
So, like I
Want
said,
to make sure Torsha Anderson, my sister,
hey,
gave me
Torch.
a glass.
Mm-hmm.
It's so reminiscent for this occasion. So,
Well, I mean,
what we looking like? What we looking
what
like?
we got right here? We got hey Heather.
You got me eating donuts.
Yeah, she over here eating donuts. She don't want to watch the news, but I cannot watch. Okay, I understand, Heather. Yo,
Yeah,
this be easy on them donuts. You know they be a
yeah,
problem.
yeah. Listen, it's comfort food or alcohol. Pick your poison. You know what I'm saying? But somebody, we got to do something. You
I
can't
know
just
that's
go
right.
through this, with nothing. So
I-
the donuts sound good, Heather. What kind you got? Don't say
right,
glaze
right.
because then I'm gonna have to. Don't say glaze and don't say chocolate, Heather. What kind of donuts you have? Be easy though. Come in
Right.
easy with it. Listen, this nervous energy. Everyone, you either got to get a drink or you get you some comfort food.
Right.
It's hard to watch the news because the anxiety level.
It really
Understand?
is. It really
So
is.
it's a tough one, but we're gonna keep prayed up, and we
Yep.
know God is victorious either way.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But right now,
I'm gonna see what's going
hey
on.
Annette, how you doing?
So right now, just do this here real quick. They've moved to Florida, where looks like 91% of the vote is in. Right now, Trump is holding on to Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But
But I
that's
mean,
not a surprise though.
no, not really, because I mean, you got like the Panhandle and a lot of those people. I mean, I want to be kind, but those who live in the I don't want to say the backwoods, but who live off the beaten path, I think they held him close to the vest, and
Right.
it's holding true again this year. She's eating those nasty waxy chocolate. Okay, Heather.
Okay. Whatever works for you, sis.
Yeah,
I'm
yo,
just gonna say.
look here. If it's making you
So
feel good, it's helping you get through it. Keep eating
right,
them.
right. Annette, what you doing? You eating or you drinking, Annette Craig? What you doing? Because we drinking. Me and Dame is
Yeah,
drinking.
well,
Just
yeah, right now, yeah.
and
I
we have some listeners that are eating comfort food. So
mhm.
everyone's picking their vice on
I'm
this evening.
not mad at it.
So what you doing, Annette Craig? You eating or you drinking?
Yeah,
So I don't know, Dane. I don't know.
yeah, I'm not. Like I said, looking at the numbers right now with Biden jumping out early. Uh, I don't know. It gives me a false sense of kind of like Hillary all over again in 2016.
I know. And see, that's how I felt about tonight. Like I didn't want to watch. I don't want
Mhm.
to be involved. I just want to kind of wake up tomorrow and just find out the highlights. Like
You want to
what's
know
going
what?
on? Are we in court? Are we
Hmm.
contesting? Do we have a new president? Are we rolling with the old one? And stuff
But
like that. Hey, do you know any results for Qasim Rashid? Because
nah,
I'm really rooting for him.
I mean, I've been pulling for, but I haven't had honestly. I haven't pulled anything local.
Mhm.
I haven't seen anything local on any of the news channels that. I mean, obviously, I was pulling up tonight. All of them were the major networks. I
Mhm.
was actually trying to pull up TAN, the African American network, but
Oh,
the
okay.
feed was choppy.
Okay.
Um, so I decided to kind of go with the majors. But no, if anyone in the VA area has any information on Qasim Rashid and where he's at,
Mhm.
Please let us know. I think while I'm sitting here, let me see what I can find out.
Well,
Um,
that is having fireball shots. Hey, Alex. Alex just joined. What's
what's
going on?
happening? What's
We trying
happening, y'all?
to get that nervous energy, Alex, from tonight. So we're both having cocktails. I went
Yep.
old school with the rum.
Yeah.
Dave went straight for the juggler with the Johnny
Yeah.
Walker.
Me and old Johnny boy, we getting it in. It's funny you had mentioned though about wanting to wake up and see who won. You know what's funny? 4 years ago, I did just that. I didn't watch the election. I didn't watch any of this, election night special. And I woke up the next morning and I was like, yo, what the fuck? Yo, I mean, it was just like, how in the hell did this just happen?
Yo, let me tell you, I don't even want to relive that because it shocked the nation. It
Mm-hmm.
shocked the world. So
Yep.
I think that that's why everybody's having this kind of nervous energy and anxiety about because we know what we went through 4 years ago. So
Right.
here we are again, and we're
Well,
just like, okay, because I just wanted to be passed out, wake up, and just get the news. If 2020 hasn't taught us anything, it taught us to be prepared.
I don't know. I must
So
I must like pain because I refuse to go to bed and wake up tomorrow and I'm still in the same dream. I want to at least know something before I go to bed tonight. And if that means I got to stay up through the night, then I'm probably gonna stay up all night because I want this dream. I want this living nightmare of a dream to be over. Real talk.
okay. Hey, LaShawn. That's
What's
Nate.
what's up, Nay?
Co-workers, our family. Shout out to LaShawn being out there manning the polls. She home safe. Thank you. We know we had some imminent. I don't know if it's the news that's really blowing up like imminent threats or
Mm-hmm.
if it really is a situation where we are going to have like imminent threats, or violence or
Right.
whatever. But again, reverting back to 2020. If it ain't told us nothing, it's just to be ready.
Well,
So
I think that I mean just what you said though. I think we have to a degree our government is an antagonist in the sense of you put things out. It's like you're preparing or prepping people to go out and do the worst. We've seen it, I think, throughout this whole summer from, George Floyd, the Black Lives Matter, to the elections. I mean, he finally got his wall, by the way. I saw him putting up
I
his
saw
wall
them
tonight.
put it.
Yeah, so he got his wall. Yeah, he got it.
Yeah, he
So
got his wall, so good for him. Woo woo, the
yeah, right.
wall. Did
But
Mexico pay for that?
uh
Fit in the bill. We fit in the bill
oh,
for that.
yeah, I think we're paying for it, but he got his wall. But I say all that to say is that everything is being done, in my opinion, to really antagonize and really aggravate people to go out and do things that really in past times, we it'd been like a speed bump. We've had these speed bumps and hiccups, but we always seem to be able to get over it or rise above it. But he's promoting this, constantly at every turn.
Right. But I just think that I don't know if it's going to be more of, just kind of blown out because what I don't know. But I'm ready either way. Like I'm sipping my drink and I'm locked and loaded. So whichever way we go, we can go. Michelle
Right.
in Peach Crown Royale.
I'll get that peace crown. Okay, Shelly.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at you.
Mhm.
Keeping it right in the pocket, keeping it nice.
What is this? South Carolina?
So right now they're just kind of going through some of the states.
Virginia.
So right now Virginia, right
Oh
now,
my
yeah.
goodness.
So that's not good for the home state because it looks like they
Virginia, that's not good. What are y'all
nah.
doing? Like, what is happening? This is not
Mm-hmm.
good, Virginia.
Nah.
Oh,
So
come on.
Arkansas, not a surprise in Arkansas and
No.
Connecticut. Okay, that's not much of a
Yeah,
surprise.
right. Because
Mm-hmm.
that Joe Biden did win New Jersey. I mean, he
Mm-hmm.
probably went all the northern states.
He
And Florida, he's still in there.
what's
Hey,
happening, Carl?
Carl.
How you doing? Thanks for joining us this evening.
How you doing today? You got some of this nervous energy everybody got, or you calm and cool?
He probably started out calm and cool like everybody else, but I know as the time starts passing by, you know, blood
Yeah.
pressure start kicking in, and
Well, I think that people are either doing one or two things or three things. Everyone should be praying, and then everyone is either drinking or eating comfort food, right?
right, right.
So I don't know. I know that I'm drinking.
Yeah, me and you both. I'm sitting here. I should have got myself a towel. I don't normally perspire, but like I said, Johnny
Johnny,
got me. He was
Johnny
gripping.
over here walking up on you,
Yeah, man. I mean, you feel like he about to be on my shoulder in a minute,
ain't he?
man.
You a little warm? You a
Yeah,
little?
yo, it's hot right now, and I got the air on.
Let me
Hot.
find you having the the male hot flashes.
Yeah, something going on right now. Woo, man.
That's funny. But they
Yeah,
did, LaShawn.
I understand that, Carl. We tried. We tried. You know,
We stayed away as much as possible.
we
Oh,
tried, man.
see, that's why we just thought to have a light-hearted conversation this evening because everyone is so, trying to keep their mental and emotional health together.
I mean,
So
most definitely. I mean, this conversation, like Lisa said, is really more therapeutic.
we're gonna talk ourselves through this election.
I mean, collectively, we got to hold each other, and
Hold hands.
yeah,
Y'all
man.
wanna hold hands and sing Kumbaya?
I,
Anybody
well,
down
I'm
for a
not
good
gonna say.
Kumbaya?
I'm not gonna
No,
do the singing. Mm-mm.
you're not call
No.
Kumbaya call? No? Okay. We'll move on. Anybody?
But
Okay.
as we proceed through, anybody have any challenges, or was there any unexpected events while for those who may have gone out to vote today? If you have, let us know. Like to hear, maybe what the experience was like today. I was one of the few who did early voting.
Yeah.
So been in prayer most of the day. Huh. Yeah. I know that's right, Carl.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Carl. I do understand that. Yep. People have been talking really reckless today.
Mm-hmm.
And prayer is definitely, we will definitely be in prayer. I think I've been just like trying to pray for peace, like
Right.
more than anything. It like whoever the president will be in the
Mm-hmm.
coming, we just need to be peaceful. Oh, my girl over there telling the truth, Carl.
Okay. I, I
Devil.
I ain't want her to put you out on blast like that, Carl, but I understand.
I'm serious. Yes. So it looks like I'm trying to find something for Quasum. Let me see if I can update because I'm really interested in that for us here locally because that one
Hmm.
was very, very important for us.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, just looking at the numbers in Virginia already,
uh,
like I said, Virginia
yeah,
look like it's running
yeah,
running red right now. So
yeah.
that's not a good sign.
No,
Um,
it's 84% reporting, and Whitman is 68.9%, and Quassam is 31.1%.
that's crazy.
That and you know what's so sad about that is this is really a guy that would help the entire state of Virginia, no matter what your party affiliation is, and it's so sad to see the good ones fall by the wayside just because of party. We've had Whitman in office forever, and we
Uh-huh.
nothing done in the state of Virginia. And it's just so sad to see that because Qasim Rashid is a really, really good guy. Like he really is a good guy. And I was just rooting for him.
Well, I think you touched on it. We've touched on it in the past. We were blessed to have him on, and
Yeah.
I've had the pleasure of talking to him offline,
Yeah.
and he really helped sell me. And it's not really for me not being a Republican or Democrat. It's about choosing the right person
Right.
to represent you
Right.
as a collective.
Right.
And he really spoke to me as a public servant,
Right,
which came out of his mouth, and he understands what it means to serve the
right.
community. Where Whitman, the opportunities that I had to watch him and listen to him, look, he's a politician.
Straight.
All he did was bump. All I heard him was bumping his gums and nothing coming out his mouth.
But
You
see,
know,
this is what we get when people just vote party lines and
right,
don't vote issues.
right.
Because Kwasim Rashad is a real, I mean, he could have really, really changed, but that's okay. We'll get him next time, Kwasim. You
Well,
know?
I mean, it's sad. I mean, we're it's 85% in, but I'm hoping, you pray for a surge,
Right.
So Georgia's another state worried about, as much as they've tried to deter folks down in Georgia to show up and show out to vote. That's another one that I'm worried about, but it's 26% of the expected vote in. So hopefully those numbers will change.
Right. Yeah, LaShawn, that was sad. I'm just like, oh boy. So that was I just looked on my phone about Kwasim. So yep. But we gotta keep hope alive, right? Did
Uh,
I just quote Jesse Jackson?
Jesse?
Did
Yeah,
I
you did.
just quote Jesse?
You did.
Okay. Did I just say keep hope alive?
Sure
Okay.
did.
Let me get it together, y'all.
It's okay. It's all right. You'll be fine. Because
I'm
I'm
back.
doing it.
I'm back. For real. Oh goodness. So
hmm
I don't know. I don't know. A lot of people has been having the same kind of, like don't want to watch, want to peek at it.
hmm
I just want to wake up tomorrow and just see where we at. We in the down and dirty fight, or
Well, I think, like I said, for me, it's watching night, but I am more concerned about what the future will hold, what tomorrow will bring. Um, really depending on where we are, uh, whether it's a final count. Because my fear is I really feel in my gut they're going to try to drag this out, and the
you
longer they drag this out,
think?
oh
You
yeah,
think?
I think I really do, and that just leaves room for stupidity to take the front or take the lead on what's going to happen over the next week or a couple of months, and that's what I'm fearful of right now. So I think we in the black and brown community just need to be vigilant. Just make sure we checking in on each other.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
important. We got to
very
do checks, mental
hmm
health checks. We got to
all of
do
that,
checks.
physical checks,
That
all
our
of that.
family and friends is all right, and nobody should be really, going out alone. You should be, and if you are, then you need to let somebody locally know that.
Mhm.
Listen, hey, I'm running here, I'm running there, so that you just don't know. In these times, you just can't take any, chances. So it is
Agreed.
good that we look in on each other. And then we need to be checking on each other anyway. So maybe we'll start a nice new habit of
Mhm.
collectively looking out for each other and checking
Right.
on each other. Because moving forward, I mean, we're gonna be what we have, So
I agree.
we gotta make sure that we okay.
I agree on that. Well, let's see what they got. Look like they going to the map down here. So let's see what we got on the map. Oh wow. So this is odd. So
Oh, Biden, Ohio. This light conversation is a great idea. Your friends are probably worn to a numb due to all the activism.
so true, Carl. And
So true.
you hit it on the head. That's what this was really all about, man. We want to make this light because I mean we've all been really in that struggle.
And you
Uh,
too, Carl,
yes,
been
yes.
at the forefront. So we are all numb together,
hmm
and it's time for us to kind of decompress.
Yep.
Mental health is important. We have to do some self check. I can't be in any more intelligent tonight. I can't. I can't even talk about issues right now. I
No.
can't even form an intelligent conversation right at this moment.
And that's
lightheartedness is
mhm,
good. Just jumping in and out to see what the results are, but just
mhm.
keeping it moving, keeping it light, having friendly family conversation. Cause,
That's it. That's
but
really it.
Pastor Paul, I want you to turn your head because she is drinking.
Oh, I'm sorry, Pastor. I used to stay in trouble a lot, so
Right. And
sorry.
we got some people who eating donuts like Heather, and
Right.
other people who are eating comfort food, and we are having a cocktail
Yeah, we having a
among some of
cocktail.
our other check-ins are too.
Hmm.
So we keeping it light.
Yep. So anybody else? Oh, we got here call between my Jesus and my medication. That's a good one.
Wait, you ever thought about comedy call? Cause you are funny. I know that's right. I know that's
And
right.
so
I
laughter is good for the soul. You know.
it is. It is, and it's been so heavy.
Mm. All right, Paul. Now, see, now opened up the Pandora's box. Next time I see you, I'm gonna want to know what the you know what I'm saying is all about. But we're not gonna do that on air. That'll be a sidebar conversation.
Yeah, I guess tomorrow we'll just take it as it comes, day by day, and
Hmm.
just move on. I'm not even looking forward to work. I've been working so hard. These double shifts been killing a sister.
Hmm.
Working in the medical field, COVID is real, people. Believe me when I tell you, COVID-19 is real.
Yeah.
We have been working nonstop for about the last 4 or 5 weeks. I've been working like Kizzy.
Well,
I
yeah.
don't want to take nothing away from Kizzy.
No, I mean,
I'm
but
sure
you.
I don't under. I sure I'm not. I don't understand the full ramifications of what she went through. But I'm at a peak though. I'm peaking. I can
Well,
see a little something.
when we talked beforehand, you said what 10.5 hours today, or in
Yeah,
that spot?
in 10 and a half hours straight. But I was in a meeting for 2 because I worked double. So,
Okay, okay. Putting in
but I
that
still
work.
was the shit. Hey Anna.
Appreciate the call. We're gonna keep it PG though. We're gonna keep it PG. Don't want
Hey
don't want to get
Anna.
nobody in trouble.
That's your daughter checking in.
Shouty, what
Yeah, we
that?
doing all right. How you doing, Anna? We just trying to, get rid of some of this nervous energy. You drinking or you having comfort food, Anna? Which one?
If I gotta put money on my daughter, she doing both.
What you saying? You taught her well?
Look here, she definitely her daddy and her mama. Yeah, definitely. She's probably doing both.
Anna, you heard your dad throw you under the bus. Took
Nah,
him
that's love.
with both.
That's no, that's love. That's love right there. She keep me in check, man. That's real talk. That's the boss lady right there.
I know that's right.
Hmm.
They are showing DC. It looks very peaceful though. They're jamming to some music stuff.
Oh, they
What
just went to
Anna
break.
said?
I was trying to catch that.
He said, "Wind down." She said both,
Yeah,
Dad.
shut up. I know.
You win.
I
You
know.
win.
I wasn't trying to win, but I know. I
You
know
know
my
your
child.
child.
I know my
You win.
child. Hmm.
Yep,
Yo.
and he said both. Yep, I know that's right. I'm trying to suffice on just one. So I don't need
Yeah.
both.
Nah, I'll probably go ahead and jump in on the other though when this is over. If I'm sitting here by myself,
What
or
you
well,
gonna have? What snack y'all got over there?
I
I
don't know,
already
man.
know what y'all working with. I know how y'all give it up over
Okay, we see before Christ, my BC story is book material. Okay,
there.
I got it right. Yeah, you get that go, get that ghost name. Mom got that strong right hand. I understand.
Hey, Carl, that mean backhand from back in the day that come across the room,
Yeah, man.
like this before it
Hmm.
hits you, you can feel the wind.
Hmm. Yeah. All you hear is the wind. As soon as you turn too late. Too late.
And you get that joint, your eyes crossed, and you go,
Man, look.
I wasn't doing nothing, mama, huh? Yes,
Hmm.
ma'am. Yes,
Yeah. I know we used to get ours for breathing wrong. I don't know how you do that, but yeah, you breathe wrong, you was getting it.
ma'am. Yeah, that's funny.
Hmm.
Yep. So, guys, what Anna laughing at?
Hey, what's up, Vontae?
Hey,
Shots up.
Devontae, got you.
Shots up. Shots up.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Carl. You got that smoking Joe, huh? Got that Philly hook on you? Yeah,
Not the smoking Joe.
got that smoking Joe, boy.
Oh
Got that
man.
hook on you.
Oh yeah, you need a ghost name. Ghost. You can't even. You gotta fictionalize the whole thing.
That's real talk, though. That's old school right there.
You need to have what is it? 89 Sycamore Street. You need
No doubt. No
your
doubt.
town gotta be Mayberry called. It gotta
Hmm.
be no remnants of you in that story.
Okay. Yeah, I feel you. Mom's a G. That's that old school right there, boy.
He the projected winner of where?
New York.
Oh, of course.
Texas look like he. What we at?
Oh,
65. Okay.
wow.
Okay, that's a surprise. Hmm.
Okay, Texas is gonna duel it out.
Michigan, not
Well, that's not a surprise.
much of a surprise.
Right.
Yeah, we all fancy now. I've been watching you, shorty. You know what I'm saying? And
And a
my
job. You teaching them well.
yeah, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? Got my young team on in here. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching them how they go ahead and move through things. I'm getting it now.
You all fancy and whatnot.
Mhm.
I just Alabama's looking different.
It is. It is. I
This
think
is
the.
a close race. This is why I want to be involved in this portion of it. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? Like I just don't. I just want to wake up and know what I'm dealing with.
I mean, I feel you. Me, you know me. I'm
Yeah,
into this.
you're gonna be up all night. You gonna
Yeah, what is my thing? And I mean, really, the only thing I'm looking for really is Ohio. I think Ohio is the sleeper state because historically,
if you
uh,
were Ohio.
well, if a Republican generally wins Ohio, they tend to win the election.
Okay.
So, I mean, there's a lot of different variables in this one. There's about 7 or 8 states that play a role in it. I mean, we're looking at Arizona later, but I think right now Ohio is really the one that I'm watching.
Okay. Well, text me because I'm not going to be watching this after we log off.
I ain't texting you. I'm not gonna get your anxiety up, and then I got to deal with you later on in the week. Nah.
Right. Right. Bouncing off the walls
Nope,
all
nope.
crazy.
Not doing it. Nope.
Yeah. I just can't. I just
Hmm.
need just to chill out because I can't do it.
Hmm.
And I got it on. So what
Yep.
you have for dinner?
So today I went outside while the weather was nice. I went and fired up the grill, had some barbecue chicken. Yeah, man. This is my time of year. I really like barbecuing. I like grilling all year round, but today it was still, I guess, one of those Indian summer type days.
Uh-huh.
And got some chicken out, some chicken breasts, do some breasts on the grill, some brown rice, some veggies, a couple of cocktails.
And
I think
what's the snacks? What's the snacks? Because I
I
know
got,
you're locked and loaded over there.
I can't,
I
I
know your
can't,
wife.
no, I can't do it. Well, first of all, my wife, thank God she's not paying me any attention right now. But my daughter's listening. And, I started getting my blood sugar up. She get mad.
So you got the sneaky snacks. You got the sneaky snacks when we
Yeah,
go to
man.
sleep. Let me find out. Let me find out that guy.
Hmm.
Yep,
What we
that's
got
what I
here?
call that's Dane. I
Hmm.
see y'all sipping that dark liquid in my cup. Used to be that yak.
Hmm.
Carl.
Hey, what? Carl said he was a not to say he's not a man, but he had a different life before he, you know, became a preacher. And I appreciate that though. And I think that's what we need from our spiritual leaders. You got to be able to talk the talk and be able to relate. Yeah, you got to be able to relate to people.
Carl is one of those people. He's really relatable.
Mhm.
You always feel like you could talk to Carl.
Mhm.
Carl's Conversations. Y'all need to check him out.
Right. If y'all haven't, y'all should definitely check him out. Heart for the Community, Carl's Conversations, and all that.
Conversation, YouTube and Facebook. Carl Armstrong, Tisha Armstrong. Check them out.
Yep.
Good shows.
And for those of y'all listening, this is how our Black community connects. We need to be able to support each other, uplift each other.
Yeah.
Good, bad, and different. This is what it's all about. And I really appreciate Carl taking time out tonight of his busy schedule. He's doing other things, and I'm just glad that he took some time to join us tonight.
Yes, yeah.
Real talk, Carl. Real talk.
Oh, you are a real one, Carl. I could sniff a phony out. I'm a New Yorker. I know you a real one. You and Tisha, y'all real.
Oh no, ain't no day for this is what we do, Carl. I mean, this is really what this platform is about. We definitely like to educate, empower, and impact the community, and I mean, we definitely gonna be reaching out to you season 2. What you're doing here in our community, needs to be shared as well. So I really appreciate, like I said, you taking the time to join us. And I see you got your hand over there. What is you watching now?
Listen, I just saw Ohio, and Joe Biden is winning Ohio. So is this like a good thing?
That's a great thing. Like you said,
but that's Connecticut. But it was just before then. It was Ohio.
Yeah, no, that's a great undertone. Because I mean, I don't think he was really expected to win Florida, and he wasn't really expected to win Ohio. But Ohio has been really key in Republicans taking off.
Texas is coming in.
I'm gonna let Lisa have that one.
What? That's you.
No, we do have that hustle. I know. I want to pass. Pass.
On both parties, always leaning on Black celebrities to influence the Black vote. And
I'm gonna leave that one up.
Yeah, I think that because they don't take the Black community seriously. To answer honestly, Anna, they don't take us seriously because the only time that they engage with us is during our culture. Raping our culture as far as music and basketball and sports. So they think that the everyday people really listen, get our political chops from these rappers or celebrities and things like that. Not to say that they can't be a part of the conversation, because they are a part of the Black community, but it's just I think that it's just a sad riff on that.
Well, I'll piggyback on that in the sense that every 4 years, depending on where you live, every 2 years, you will find both parties which underserve the Black community, underrepresent, or really refuse to do anything for the Black community. They've shown us that throughout the history of this country. They really do, like Lisa said, feel that the LeBron James of the world or the Ice Cubes and the Kanye West of the world represent those of us who are out here every day struggling. And it's sad, but many of us in today's day and age, that's what they look to, because we're not educated enough to go out and learn for ourselves. So we look to those mouthpieces to speak for us. We've got to figure out a way from this election moving forward to leave those anomalies over there. LeBron is a great guy. I think Ice Cube has great points, but he doesn't speak for me and my community where I live. I'm not that 1%. I've got different troubles and different problems going on, and I think our Black, I've said this before, I think our Black actors can do far more by spending their money and saying less. That's just my opinion.
I agree. And I just think that we have so many people that offer so much, but they don't have that type of platform.
Hmm.
You have a lot of great activists. You have the Black Caucus. You have the Virginia Black Caucus that is really doing good work. You have pastors that's out here on the ground with us, like Pastor Carl. You know what I'm saying? Like Carl Armstrong. You have people that are really out here in the trenches that are getting work done. But if they
Hmm.
had that type of platform, it would elevate and catapult us. But that goes to show that's our own fault. So we need to power together to stay together and push as one block.
I agree, and I mean, good point, Dave. My man, Dave Frith. Thanks for joining. I agree with you, and that was really the point I was making before. The self awareness has to start with us.
Yeah.
We have to have the power and strength within ourselves. We don't need our black actors and sports figures to be our savior. So that's a very good point, Dave. I appreciate you
Hmm.
sharing that with us. Carl, again, a very good point. Uh, we are evolving, which is a great thing.
Hmm.
And we are becoming more fluent, educated, more well traveled. We fit less and less into the traditional voting block.
Yeah.
The black vote, in my mindset, is going through a major change and
I,
is unpredictable. I
yep.
agree.
I
I
believe
do agree with
that.
that.
I do. Hey, Jamila, can I get a cupcake after this? Uh,
Sidebar, yeah.
hey,
Mhm.
Vina's on today.
What's up, Vinny? Well, yeah,
Yes.
those are very good points. And we do need to. I
Move.
think we
And
talk about it. Stop sniping at each other. One, we can agree to disagree. But what are the points that we can sit down and work with together to unify? And really figure out what is it that we need within ourselves. And I really don't believe that political party doesn't. And well, here Carl is getting ready. I'm going to read what he must be in my head because I've
you
said this
need to
before.
send Carl the link. Look.
I mean, because he's right though, because these are the things that I say all the time. Political party doesn't matter anymore.
Right.
It's about really finding the substance in the candidate.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I talked about it the other day. I look for three things. And it really impacts me, my substance, me, my community, and the laws that are being applied on people that look like you and I.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the first three things that I look for in a candidate.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with these two, like I said before, I don't particularly care for either one,
Mm-hmm.
but we're in a point where I have to exercise my right to vote so
Mm-hmm.
that I'm being heard. Now, what we do after this, and you and I talk about all the time, Lisa, and really goes back to the black vote evolving and us becoming more educated, as Carl said.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how are we going to move and use our power as a voting bloc? What are we going to do economically after this vote? You know,
We cannot, we have to unite. We may not all agree on certain things, but I think that if we put down some ground rules, right, that the things that divide us should not be brought into the room. So your economic status shouldn't matter, your educational status shouldn't matter,
mhm,
your sexual orientation shouldn't matter,
agreed.
your religious preference shouldn't matter. We should be in this room constructing um, things that would better us as a whole for
Mhm.
the greater good. That's the problem. We are kind of like selfish in a sense because everyone has to be right, everyone has to be first, everyone has to have their idea. But we need to get out of that mindset and really just look at the greater good of all of us as a block and know that we will never move forward without a complete, solid band of unity and an economic plan.
Yeah.
We cannot catapult our people into equity, equality, reparations, everything that we're asking for, even stopping police brutality, because we know that the way that the elections and the Congress and laws are made, we vote, but rich people lobby. You know,
Mhm.
so we need to definitely, if we're going to go that way, then that's what we need to do.
Hmm. So Anna's asking, going back to what you said about people being so loyal to their parties. Do you think we could ever move to a truly bipartisan government? Man, don't get me started. Bipartisan does not exist. It will never exist. It's a lie. It is false because these people are born. You let these people talk. They're born with Republican or Democrat on their birth certificate.
Or I haven't seen that on mine. I wasn't born that way. The God that I serve is neither Republican or Democrat. I think that once, like it goes back to what I was just saying, once we get all of that mucky capitalism type situation out the way, and we focus on the greater good, because sometimes it's about the greater good.
Hmm. Well,
Innocent, not the person.
I mean, I'm just saying, like you let them tell me, they were born with it. It was written out because it ain't on mine.
Yeah.
But the reality, I think you hit a good point. So bipartisanship is an ideal that would work if you truly had people. And I'm going to go back to what Quasm said. If these people that were being elected were actually willing to be public servants and put the good of the people, you harass me for the better part of the last 2 months. I'm getting spammed and all kind of nonsense to come out and vote for you, right?
And
So the
you'll
same
never hear from
energy,
them again.
and then I never hear from you again, right? So the same energy, that's what I want from someone that's running in office. And that's really how, if you want to be, bipartisanship can work, but these people have to be willing, one, to put the money and the lobbying to the side. And that's just not going to happen in our, with capitalism being the catalyst.
It is Rashid. Oh, I think, yep, it just showed, but it went away. Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt you there. Maybe it just flashed on. But yeah, I don't think it was well for him. Yeah. Okay.
So I mean, just in that sense, it's a pie in the sky ideal right now in the world, in the society, this society that we live in right now. When they sit and spend more time arguing about how to take care of the American people, it's just ridiculous. It's not even. It's disgusting. But the rhetoric that comes out the side of your neck is though we are working together across aisles to make things happen when they're not doing a damn thing. It's a joke. It's sickening.
It's so funny that you referenced Quasim, because he did say that. He was like, we when we get back to just being public servants, and being back to just getting to working for the people. But these are. I think that we so tired and drained, because I think this is must have been how our parents and grandparents felt in the civil rights movement. You
Mm.
know, I think this is how you feel. You just get so overwhelmed, but you got to keep on keeping on.
Well,
To quote that's what she
no,
said.
you're right though. I think I'm really at the point of, the other day, when talking, I really want people to understand, and when I say people, I mean black and brown people to understand that for me, this is not really the end. A
Mm-mm.
lot of people that I've talked to, they feel, like you said, they feel defeated, they feel discouraged. This is not really the end. To me, this is a new beginning. It's a
This is
new beginning.
because I believe in what Carl said. It's a movement.
Hmm.
People are changing their views. People are changing the way that they see politics. We're all know we are our eyes are changing. Even myself, I'm of a particular age, and I remember growing up being Democrat, 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 and now
Hmm.
we're changing a little bit.
That's true. And word from Carl.
Yes,
No matter,
Carl. Yep.
no matter who wins today, our organizations need to stay together and keep pushing for progress.
Yep.
Point number one. That's a great point.
Mm-hmm.
We're kicking butt in this area. Need to spread what we're doing to other places. I agree. That's point number two. Our social media does, shows like Two Mics Up and Carl's Conversation will be vital tools in that push. Agreed.
Yep. Yep.
Winning tonight, it really does not fix any of our issues.
Right.
Um, Even if we lose, the movement is not defeated.
Right.
It is just a bump in the road. So I agree with you 200% on
Yep,
that, Carl.
yep. And I think that what it does is, I agree with you too, Carl. It's just gotten us together, It's making us know one another, right? Because out of this movement came good movements locally. You
Correct.
know, there's the Stafford Black, there's Enough, you know, there's United Black Council, there's, you know, everyone has kind of started kind of getting closer and closer and closer, and we all going in the same direction. You know, you got the activated people up there in Fairfax, you know, you got
Mm-hmm.
down in Richmond, you also have Fredericksburg, Black Lives Matter with Anthony Foote down there. They're doing so we're all kind of getting to we're starting to see each other names on social media or bump into each other in certain places. So things are starting, you know, to move along and we've gotten closer. So now in these times, we can actually formulate a plan if we just put ourselves together to do specifically that, you know?
Well, I think you touched on a point there that I think we have to be willing now to get out of our comfort zone. So some of the things that you said, and like what Carl's saying, so we have all of these groups now. Now it's time to expand that and really work together, you know, united like a fist, and get
Right.
out of our comfort zone.
The one and
Yes,
go the same direction because
exactly.
we're all looking for the equity, equality,
Ex-
the stopping of police brutality. And even though we're fighting that locally, we can join and band and expand and expand. And once we get, you know, we can move together as one, you
Mhm.
know, as one block, one economic block, one voting block, like we said on our show this last taping with Heather and Chris. And
Right.
once this is, you know, done, it doesn't really matter who's in. We still got to keep moving forward. We cannot be like, okay, well, he won again. That's it. We'll try again in 4 years. No, this is the time for us to sit back, strategize, organize, get ourselves together, get our plans, get in touch with these people that actually have these things going on already in Congress and in the
Right.
Senate so that we can back them and put the movement towards that.
I couldn't agree with you more because I mean this is going to be key.
And I
Uh,
think that, you know, they have to go according to us and what we looking for.
but we've said well, I know we've said it before, but I really believe that we have to stop accepting crumbs.
Yeah,
Now it's like we do not even think about even entertaining it until there's an actual action already being done. And even at that point, you know what? Well, you know what? We got to go back and sit down and talk about it and think about it before we commit to anything and stop accepting the crumbs that come off the table or, you know, the pat
uh,
on the head. You know,
yeah,
we got to stop. We got to stop that.
that's Technisha Robinson' favorite saying. Stop accepting those crumbs.
It's true though.
Yeah.
For so long, that was like validation for us. Now that's not enough validation for me anymore. I want it all just like everybody else. I want the whole pie.
True. Facts.
Mm,
Cheers to
mm.
the pie. But
Cheers to
don't
the
eat
pie.
no pie. Else I'm telling Anna and your wife.
You're not getting me in trouble tonight. No sir. I can do that all by myself.
I'm snitching, Anna.
Devontae's asking, so thoughts about how they boarded up parts of DC and VA in preparation of the election night. Hmm.
We were talking about that earlier, Devontae. I was asking Dan, is it a situation where it's the news, you know, inflating the issue or fueling the fire to make it go?
Yes.
To
Uh,
make it that way, or you know, with 2020 you just have to be ready. So yeah, I
well, I
don't
mean,
know.
we talked about it. Like I said, she said, I really do think we've got to pay attention to what's going on. These are seeds of evil being planted, just like everything else. If you look at, how things have played out throughout the summer, Breonna Taylor situation, they had already made up their mind behind closed doors what they were going to do. They boarded up the city in advance. I don't know these scenarios that have played out over and over and over.
But nothing happened.
Well, nothing happened, but the anticipation of knowing or plotting, because really what they did was plot that situation.
Mhm.
It plants seed for people to go out and do things that they most times probably wouldn't even do.
Mhm.
And I just think that they're using these things. This is just ways to incite the climate that's already at a boil.
Yeah.
So I think we just have to be mindful of these things and pay. We've got to learn from
I
these.
don't think we should. Yeah, I think you're right. We should be mindful. We definitely need to be alert. We definitely need to be on point. And like we were saying, check on each other, make sure
Mhm.
that we know, where one another is and things like that. But I don't know. I mean, I know again, if 2020 taught us anything, it's just to be ready.
Yeah. Oh, without question. Without question on that.
What is happening here?
Just looking at the
That's
house.
the house.
That's the
Oh,
house. Yeah, that's houseboat.
okay.
We got Carl. So the key to future wins is to understand why the opposition votes the way that they do. We got to open up and mature enough. We got to be open and mature enough to have those difficult conversations. Understanding is key. Being able to speak fluently and convincingly about why we vote like we vote is key to turning voters. We must take this on. It's not about winning an argument. It's about being convinced and influenced. Well, in a nutshell, that's straight on fact. I think, not even I think, I know I'm a big proponent, at least about education. I
Mm-hmm.
know education is tough for us, and to me, education and I mean just money, period. Because what we've probably learned over this, at least this season, and probably some of the things we've talked about, in dealing with Congress or anything like that and laws, money is your first go-to. So we've got to find ways to have our money invested back into our community, into our leaders, to be able to go ahead and fight on the Hill, so that we can create some type of infrastructure to educate our community. But Carl speaking, is 100% correct. We need to understand our opponent and understand where they're coming from, so we can go ahead and strategize to go ahead, not only to defend our thoughts, but to be able to clearly speak our thoughts in return, and create that dialogue that's really desperately needed.
I'm gonna leave that to you and Carl.
I already see. That. I hear it in the laugh.
I'm gonna leave that to you and Carl. I feel like y'all are very even tone, articulate, fluent enough, and you guys are even tempered. I on the other hand,
Malcolm.
I'm a little radical.
Yeah, I get it.
But I don't have a lot of patience for
Mhm.
willful ignorance. I tried this earlier in the year to have conversations about that, but
Mhm.
I'm gonna leave that to you guys.
Okay, no, he's right. So I talked about this in one of our most recent episodes, just in what Carl just stated, and I agree with you. When I'm talking about education, I'm not talking about universities either. I am a big proponent of everyone generally has one of these, and the time that you spend every day tracking down all the, I don't want to say
TikTok.
trash, yeah, all the stupidity. I challenge, and I've said to this, even to my nephews and people, young men that I've met, young men and women, I challenge them to take an hour a day to educate themselves about, perfect example with my nephews. I asked them, do they know who was running for sheriff in their county? Do they know who's writing laws for the slave catchers to catch them or catch people who look just like them? And I talked to them specifically because they're brothers. I said, because if you don't, basically, you're allowing not only yourself to be locked up, but you're allowing your brother to be locked up.
Mm-hmm.
And in that conversation, I seen a light go off.
Mm-hmm.
And we've had decent conversation back and forth. And it's just one of those things where use that phone, like Carl says, and educate yourself. Take an hour. It's not going to kill you.
Right. Well, thank you, Carl. I know you do. But I've tried this, and I'm going to always be here. I'm going to be at the forefront. I'm always going to be on the front line. I'm going to be at the struggle. But when you guys are talking about convincing people and seeing how having that conversation, I did that 3 times this year, and the willful ignorance. I think I short wired. Like honestly, like I think that like honestly, like you know how the cartoons you see where the smoke is literally
Mhm.
coming out there, but you trying to remain calm. And I know I was shaking because I could feel my body shaking, but I still was remaining calm. But that was really a struggle for me because, and that was a very, very long 2.5 hour conversation over 3 meetings. And it was just like,
Well,
do people think like this? No
well,
wonder
see,
we're in trouble.
here's the thing. So I'm off, and I'm off for conversation.
Right.
And Carl doesn't really know me that well. But even in your situation, I told you from gate, from the first time,
Mm-hmm.
I go 2 guns up. And I
Yeah,
told you
but
from,
when you talking to like, someone that's like, county
I don't care because they put their pants on and they put their clothes on just like you and I. I don't
but
care.
I was game. I was trying to remain professional. See, you
Yeah,
pushes me over there. See, this is why I'm saying when you guys are having that kind of conversation, I'll let you guys have at it
that's fine.
because I
I know
trigger
how to end
you,
it.
you trigger me, and we be in there, call be looking at us like
Nah,
you damn fool.
yeah, because I know I'm a fool. It don't take me long to read a person. Like I said,
Hey, act up like this, all foolish here.
hmm that's why I'm glad you're here because you keep me out of trouble.
Right. Hey, Mika. Mika in Jacksonville, Florida. What's going on, girl?
Thanks for joining. Glad to have you.
That's Vina cousin.
All right.
But I
Well,
don't know where I'm at because I stop my own watch party
it's okay because right now we are
time.
about that time.
Right.
So what I will say, well, actually, I'm gonna let you speak, ladies first, before we go ahead and kindly move on out of here.
Right.
But I'm gonna let you have the floor, sis.
What am I saying?
I don't know. Did you have
God
anything you want to
bless.
share with everybody before we go? God bless.
Good night. God
Good night.
bless.
All right. Well, look.
Stay locked and loaded. Stay safe. Pray. Stay prayerful. You know,
hmm
and we're all gonna get through this together, no matter what. So.
Well, I really appreciate. Oh, thank you, Anna. We
Hey,
appreciate you
Anna.
joining us. Thank you for joining us. Before we get out of here, as always, um, you know, on behalf of Lisa and myself and Two Mics Up, it's been an amazing season. We are fast approaching the end of season one. We're probably looking at about 2 more episodes before we close it out. Um, Without all of you, um, you know, thank you, Carl. We've got even when we feel like I haven't made progress in the conversation, we do better. We do way better than we think. True that. True that. True that. And thank you, Carl. We really appreciate you joining.
And
Uh,
tell I said hi.
yeah, please thank you, everyone. Like I said, we're closing out season one. We're going to be working on season two. Probably after the holidays. Not really sure when exactly we're coming back, but stay tuned. We'll be sharing some features, featurettes, and different things going on from me, from Lisa, from the Two Mics Up crew. Um, she right here. And like I said, stay if you haven't already, please take a minute. Tell your family, friends. They can subscribe to our YouTube channel, all brand new. We just broke that out a couple of maybe about a month ago. Yeah, about a month ago. Brand new to that. So subscribe. Stay tuned. If you haven't already subscribed to the podcast, please do so. You can go to www.twomicsup.com. You can scroll right to the middle of the screen. You can go ahead and listen, subscribe. It's totally free. Um, and we're going to continue to try to bring you guys great content. We're going to be looking to expand. We're going to be talking to, Carl and Carl's Conversations, Heart for the Community, and some other people. We have so many gems here in the Northern Virginia area. It's ridiculous. But at the same time, we've been able to branch out. I was looking yesterday, Lee. So we are big in the UK now. We've got Thailand joining in. We've got India joining in on the podcast. We've started doing things here
Man,
across.
see, that's good. God
Yeah,
is Good.
God is good.
I'm telling you.
So I really want, again, just want to thank you all and appreciate you following. And like Lisa said, with all of this here, stay locked and loaded if you have to. Prayer up.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
keep your
Yeah.
circle tight, keep your loved ones tight, and like we always do at this time, stay safe, stay blessed. Mike's out.
Mike's out, guys.
My godson, way to make it. Stay safe, nephew. Love you out there, man. Appreciate what you're doing for the country. Stay safe.
Yes.